Today's recommendation is a documentary recommendation. It is a Werner Herzog documentary called Into the Abyss. And Into the Abyss focuses on a triple homicide that took place in Conroe, Texas. And Michael Perry received a death sentence and was executed for that crime. There was also another individual sentenced to life in prison, I believe it is, for that crime. And the film profiles both of the convicted criminals, the father of one of the criminals, who also is in prison, very close to where these two individuals were, as well as the victims of the family of the victims of the crime. And it is absolutely fascinating. It includes interviews with Michael Perry, who was ultimately sentenced to death via lethal execution as recently as 8 days before the execution.
Lethal injection.
What did I say? Lethal execution?
Yeah.
Yeah, lethal injection. They talked to him as recently as 8 days before the execution. They also talked to the family of the victims after the execution. The movie does not really focus on the guilt or innocence of the two convicted criminals. They question, they deny their guilt, but it really is a fascinating film when it comes to the death penalty. They also talk to the head of the death squads, the death teams that are in charge of carrying out the lethal injections and are in charge of watching the death row inmate in the time leading up to the execution. I don't want to give away kind of how it eventually unfolds, but I could not recommend this highly enough. And Louis, you're familiar with Werner Herzog. I mean, just a fantastic documentary.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen a documentary of his that I didn't like.
Absolutely. So check that out. Again, it is Into the Abyss, a tale of death, a tale of life. It is on Netflix, and it's also available in lots of other places.